What up, Sag? How are you guys? Welcome to all those new. I'm ClairV, the Tarot Queen, and here we have our reading. Today, I'm recording this on Thanksgiving, but it is whenever you find this. But we are giving thanks on this day. And we are to be grateful for all things, even the negative. I think Gemini's talked about that, about embracing even the negative that comes through. Okay, so we are going to take a look at this story here. Now, this story is very detailed. So the main thing here is sacrificed sadness. So we have the Hangman with the sadness transcendent card on top. So whether we are embracing this sadness and seeing it from another perspective, or we are sacrificing our sadness for a man or a situation, or we are sacrificing something else and it's creating sadness. So we are in limbo and we're like stuck in sadness, but that reminds me of the stored trauma. Now, when we feel sadness, it is a natural emotion. And it's like, okay, or hurt, whatever it is, these emotions are natural and it's healthy to express them. So like when we stub our toe or something, it's our automatic nervous system that kind of like tells our brain like, hey, this is hurt. And you are supposed to feel this pain. You're supposed to feel this pain so that way we can release it. The only way to release it is to first feel it. So normally if something bad happens, we don't want to feel it, we suppress it, suppress it. So then it becomes stored trauma. In order to release this, we have to feel it. We have to become educated about it. We have to know what caused the situation, or the causes doesn't even matter. It's the feeling of whatever caused that we need to release, because that's the thing that's trapped within us. Now, this is a new beginnings in love, but that is hidden. It's like you have the Two of Cups with the mask over top. So it's like the love or the compassion is hidden, because see, the compassion, all their contents are in the cup, and then here it's this on top. So something is being hidden, and then this was on top of the mask card. Now this, I think, is, let me just double check. I think this is the natural cycle of things, the infinite. So this is a change. So this is the ending. So you are connected with Leo and Pisces, because Leo talked about the trauma thing and Pisces talked about these hidden endings and hidden new beginnings. Their hidden endings, yours hidden new beginnings. And it's like on an infinite level. This is like the permanent flow of everything that exists. And this is over top the masking of this new love or this new emotion. We're coming out of sadness into this loving, this loving. And this could be, now this could be a younger man, or this could be a situation, whereas new beginnings, this could be a baby too, so maybe there's another addition. But this is like created in all fairness. It's like, but there is something like naive about this. Like maybe there's a choice between two lovers or something, because we're looking, the King of Wands is in reverse with these negative words and negative actions, like just like a negative vibration. And that is right next to the sadness. So that's probably what causes the sadness, whether it's a person, a man, or a situation that maybe it came to a halt, like a delay and something, like you're almost to the top, you're almost done, and then bang, like these delays happen. Now, this has something to do about your subconscious patterns, the patterns that create conflict in your subconscious, and that has to do with these it's like freedom of this let's see, because the Temperance is in reverse, so this is like freedom of expression. Maybe after this you're like free to express yourself, but it's the choices that you made in the beginning that kind of like fucked up the structure. Or maybe it wasn't the choices that you made, it could have been these choices that you made create like a tower moment, whereas like the beginning stages weren't a strong foundation. So when there's not a strong foundation and you keep on building on top of that, we're going to have like a big accident and the whole building is going to fall. So this is creating found structures in the choices that you make. And by doing that, we have to change the subconscious patterns of this outburst or drinking. And this is anything in moderation. If you want to drink a glass of wine or something like that, that's one thing. But it has to be leveled out, because this is like too much of one thing. Now, the Golden Gate is here on top of the King of Wands, but as well as the King of Wands, it's in reverse. So when we have this gate, it usually is telling us that we're like going somewhere, like this is like a good thing. But being that it's in reverse, let's see what it says. It's the Golden Cage. Okay, so this is when you feel like you're in a cage and it's like you're locked in, but since it's in reverse, you have this freedom. It's like you're getting away from this king. This king is no longer caged, whether this king is you or someone in your life. This is the cage could be the representation of a relationship, of a successful career, but satisfactory internally, of a compromise made for the sake of material gain or of a situation complacency. So also the cage could be a trap in the sense that it promises a lot, but to obtain it, the required price is huge. Like one's, and this also reminds me of like the grass isn't greener on the other side. So maybe that's the lesson here we're learning, because you have this infinite vibration of change. So this change is like you're coming free, you're breaking free from this cage, or you let this king free out of its cage. This delay, this some kind of situation that wasn't of the best, it created sadness and possibly legal problems. But it took us to the in-depths of our subconscious. And this is where we're learning to change our patterns of our thought process, or everything up from the unseen. And that is important here, because the choices we make create this. See, these are the choices. And it's like from an emotional standpoint, but you're like falling from the tower. So this is saying that there's a tower coming, or there has a tower been. And it's like all up in the air. But from this, like, you finally are able to make this change. This change wasn't available, or if it was, you didn't see it. But now that this situation happened, you've learned to see this from your sadness, the whole situation from a whole nother view. And that's when you realize, oh, well, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. There's new beginnings here, and they're hidden. But once we get to this point, it's like, if we do everything in fairness, as long as we're not being too naive, we want to see from what it really is. Now the full moon's coming, so we want to let go of everything that no longer serves us. These are the patterns of our thinking and stuff like that. But our brains are like the hard drive. And I will tag it up into the top right hand corner. Whatever. And it'll show you you can dig in this a little deeper, because this is saying about the subconscious and the brain, and how we need to retrain the brain because of a 28 cycle. It takes 28 days to make a habit, 28 days to break a habit. So here we are breaking these habits that create a negative conflict with the subconscious, and in turn make us either outbursts or some kind of anger, sadness, some kind of negative emotion. So in order to release that, you can look into Leo's reading, or Pisces, and that'll help you release these emotions. Because we are like not resting, you're not meditating, you're not in your like Zen. So to get into the depths of this, and like, we need to fill up our cup, and we do that with self-love. And then once our cup is overflowed, we're able to give that love. But there are new beginnings with love. It's just hidden under the changes. So embrace the changes of your subconscious and your habits, your drinking habits, your outbursts. I see a lot of habits that need to be broken, and that's maybe the theme for today. Be grateful. Be grateful for the little things. Be grateful for the things we do have. Be grateful for even the negative. Because if it wasn't for the negative, we want to see the positive. And yes, the grass is not always greener on the other side. Alrighty, I think that's all for your messages today. Stay tuned for more. Love and miss you, Sagittarius.